Hi, and welcome to this episode on connecting Shopify to Enterprise. I'm Sharon from Enterprise, and in this session, we will look at simply how to connect your Shopify store to Enterprise and start selling online. So let's get you started. So, Enterprise has partnered with Shopify to enable you to seamlessly connect your online sales to your accounting and inventory management system. So let's take a look at Shopify, where you've you've already created your store, or you're new to Shopify and you've created a new store and you just want to connect up your online store or POS system to Enterprise. So very simply here within Shopify, on your menu here within your store on the left hand side, if you click into the apps menu, and then if you click into manage private apps, and through here, you can click on Create New Private App, where you get to define. So let me just click in here to our example that we've already linked up. And when you click into Create New Private App, you will be asked to identify the following information. So under the app details, simply enter the private app name, which is Enterprise. And the following information then will be generated, which is your admin API. And this information is important because the API key, password, and the shared secret key will be used to copy into the links within Enterprise. So we'll show that step further on in this video. So just remember this screen here under the app details, the admin API for the API key, password, and shared secret key. Down below that then you have the admin API permissions. So this is just to set the active permissions for this particular app. So for Enterprise, obviously read and write for customers, fulfillment for stock, inventory, locations, we've got read access, orders, read write, product listings, products, read write. So any of the products entered through Enterprise, any collections or access required to products within Shopify. So down at the bottom here, don't forget to save your settings. However, we're going to need the access information, as I said, for the API. So let's leave this on screen and now let's return to Enterprise and complete the connection. So to complete the connection in Enterprise, very simply on the left-hand side of the screen here, if you go down to Explore Add-ons and Services, click on this option here where you can see all the add-ons and integrations available with Enterprise. Come down to Shopify, double click the Shopify icon, and now you get presented with the Shopify setup. This is where you can add the shops. This is where you can get your locations that you've defined within your Shopify store. So if we click on Add Shop, we can then proceed and enter in, as I've mentioned, the shop name, the API key, the password, and the shared secret key that we saw on the Shopify screen. So I just edit the one that I've already linked up here for the Enterprise Store. You will see here the Enterprise Store.myshopify.com, the API key, the password, the shared key, and of course it's connected. And I click on Save for that. Then to get the POS locations, I simply click on this button here, which will then link up any locations that I've defined within my Shopify store. So I don't have to link them all, I can choose which ones to link. So in this instance, I've linked in the web orders, and if I just edit that, we then get the settings information required for our web orders location. So let's simply look at what's required to define those settings. So we click on Edit here for the web orders location settings. And starting at the top here, you can see the shop name, the location, and then the settings. So starting with the document type, you can decide what is actually going to get created within Enterprise. Is it going to be an AR reserve invoice? Is it going to be a sales order or a sales invoice? So a reserve invoice is simply where, like with any online shopping experience, you order your goods, you pay for them, and you're billed. So this is where you get the reserve invoice, where the goods are paid for in advance of delivery. So through the AO Reserve invoicing within Enterprise, when it's imported into Enterprise, you can then complete your delivery separately through Enterprise, and the payment and invoice have already been created. With the sales order, of course, it's just an order within Enterprise. By choosing the sales order, you can tick an option here to create an approved order, or you can wait till it comes into Enterprise and then approve it manually. You can also choose to import zero price sales orders. And then the third option, of course, is just a sales invoice. In addition, it will import payments, warehouse, so the default warehouse. So this is where goods will move in and out of this particular warehouse within Enterprise. So with the general warehouse chosen here. The price list that will be chosen for the amounts and prices that come through on the orders and invoices. Do you wish to create a Shopify BP per customer? So for example, that for every order or invoice that goes through your Shopify online store, do you want a new business partner created or a new customer created for that order within Enterprise? Otherwise, you can specify here the default customer. So this means that all orders and invoices will go through this specific customer account within Enterprise. You can select for a default federal tax number, so this is specific to some of the regions. We can then specify the default GL account, so this is for your accounting purposes within Enterprise. So this is the GL account that, for example, the payments for cash will get posted to, card, credit card, or other forms of payment. So if you want to keep track of those separately on your balance sheet within Enterprise. You can then define a default item that is relevant for Shopify postage. So this item should really be a non-stock item within Enterprise, and you can then select it here from the list. Shopify require approval, so if this box is ticked, it means that you have to manually approve the orders or invoices as they come into Enterprise. Otherwise, if it's left unticked, which is normally by default, it means that they just get posted directly into Enterprise. And then don't forget to save the settings. So thank you for watching this episode on connecting your Shopify store to Enterprise. So check out the next episode on uploading your items and your products from Enterprise to your Shopify store and continuing your online store experience. If you require any further help, don't forget to contact our colleagues here on the chat, support chat, or click into the help center here, Enterprise, which is help.enterprise.com, where you will find all relevant articles around connecting your store to Shopify and uploading your products and monitoring your sales. Thank you for watching.